Welcome back to another action-packed episode of Life and In Between podcast. My name is Patrick Pac-Man Perez. I will be your guide for today because today we are taking a tour of the tantalizing flavors of life, food, what we consume. We're going to shed light on how to shed some pounds. I am joined by our wonderful esteemed guest host here, actually the founder, the one we have to bow to every time she walks by, Diana Gonzalez, and her right-hand minion, Jason.
Hello.
In this. And today we have a very, very special guest. I've got a lot of questions to ask. We have a nutritionist who specializes in weight loss, Miss Bhuvana Saravanan. And it's almost like sana in Espanol, but it's Saravanan. Got that. So for all of my people out there who are foodies, this episode is for you because you're probably going to find out that greasy, buttery, double fried donut is probably not good.
Oh.
Or is it? We'll leave that to our nutritionist specialist. Take it away, Diana.
Woo! Thank you so much for that great intro. So I just want to talk a little bit, dive into Bhuvana. She's got her bio, kind of talk about all the great stuff that she's been doing. She has over 15 years of experience as a nutritionist in the field of weight loss, just like Patrick mentioned. She strongly believes in finding the root cause for any health issues and focuses on reversing the condition, which is incredible. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's amazing. She holds a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in food and nutrition. She also has experience in working with as a diabetes educator. Oh. She helps clients with new recipes based on their dietary needs. I need tips from you.
I know. Where's my pen? I'm getting my writing pad.
And when she's not working, and this is where her and I are kindred spirits, she enjoys drawing portraits and helps kids by teaching art. She strongly believes in the quote, "Your body hears everything your mind says." So I'm going to pass over the mic to Bhuvana. Thank you so much. Woo! And I have a quick question to ask you, Bhuvana. Tell me, what made you want to explore nutrition?
Diana, first of all, thank you for inviting me here. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Jason. Glad to be in this podcast today. Good morning to everyone listening to this podcast. I'm Bhuvana Saravanan. So I basically I'm from India. So where there is food is treated as medicine up there. Oh. So whenever we see life, right, food comes first up there. Okay. The people strongly don't believe in this modern medication. They just use it, but to the max, they try to treat everything with the food. Okay. Oh. For example, if there is any cold or cough, they add some ginger, some anti-inflammatory foods in their diet, and then they try to cure it themselves. If they have any stuff, they always try doing it with the food first, then go for the modern medication. So food plays a major role, and there are a lot of scriptures already written. So this food works for this one. This food works for this one. It's there are many dialects already written. Mm-hmm. So food play a major role. So that strongly attracted me to go for it. I always wanted to do a medicine. So, but at the end, when I wanted to choose this or that, it's always nutrition I chose. Mm-hmm. So I'm here.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's cool. Yeah.
I've already got a question because we just did this the other day with our son who was coughing at night. Onions and honey. And then you combine them and let it sit or boil it. Is that legit or lie?
No boiling of the honey. It's just you need to eat it raw.
We boiled it.
Eat the okay, wait, to Patrick, you put honey on the onion and then eat it raw?
You're supposed to let it sit overnight in a jar. So you douse the onion with honey. But because our little one was coughing so much, we decided you could cook it on low, the lowest heat setting,
Mhm.
and the onion, and then it extracts all the juices, and then you strain it. Then
Jeez.
we ended up getting him antibiotics, but it was okay. I digress. Carry on.
No, Patrick. Like whatever you think, that's what will happen.
Oh.
No.
You think that that's going to cure your son, that will cure your son. That's it.
Fine. Well, the onion and the honey were a lot cheaper than the doctor visit and the antibiotics, so we'll take
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. True. True.
That and I love the aspect that you were mentioning that in India, food is the first priority of like before you start taking medication, you really center it on food and you start taking that. Aside from like coughing and things like that, how does food affect like the mood, like our the moods of individuals, like the energy, like the emotional well-being? Is there anything else like that you know of that in India that they also practice, or you as a nutritionist realize that it alters a person's kind of mood, emotions?
Yeah. If you take any Asian country for that matter, okay, like China, Japanese, or anything, food is very fresh. Okay, we always have the fresh. We go grocery shopping every single day. That's what has been practiced. Okay, the milk gets spoiled in a day. Okay, the eggs get spoiled in a couple of days. Like no shelf life for any food at all. You're gonna use it maybe the next day, then you're gonna throw them away or something. It gets spoiled. So nothing processed much. Okay, you're gonna eat some fresh fruit, and then you're gonna use it the same day, and then that's what the life has been. But again, with the change in this modern technology or whatever, right? Like no time to go every day. Even there, it's been like we started using the processed food. So
Oh.
whenever you eat the fresh ones, okay, that's the health. But when you start using the processed food, that's your compensating health on that. See, anything processed, they're going to add something to increase the shelf life, no matter what.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it goes through a certain process. The nutrients, which is in the fresh, is not the same when it processed. Okay. They're going to add sodium to increase the shelf life, no matter what. If not, it's the protocol. If not, the food gets spoiled for sure.
Mhm.
Okay. And the moisture content or the real fiber or everything for that matter is completely displaced in the processed food. Okay. So the body as a human, our genes or our DNAs or everything knows what is nature and what is synthetic. It knows.
Oh, wow.
Our
Say that
genes,
again.
our genes, the DNAs or the genes in our body knows exactly what is the real nature and what is synthetic.
What's processed or what's natural? What is
It
natural
knows.
based? Okay.
It knows. So it takes in such a way, okay, when the genes, like we are from our ancestors, like the genes carry the same memory. So once you eat the real fruit, it knows, oh, this is the real one. Once you eat like a frozen or processed and any type of other fruit, oh, it knows, okay, this is not the real. It knows to identify which is nature and which is process. It knows it. So it works based on that thing inside.
Bhuvana, my question regarding it, the body knows versus processing. Okay, so our body processes it, right? I'm just being real, right? So doctors and everything is like, hey, so how's your stool? How's everything? So when you're eating processed foods versus healthy foods, is there a reflection?
Definitely. There's a reflection. See, again, like we are put in a situation right now to choose the best out of the bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Say that again. Say that again.
We are put in a situation to choose the best out of the bad.
Oh, that's gold.
So, but again, things are changing these days, Patrick. I see more people going for real fruits these days, real food these days. They are limiting on the processed food these days. The processed food is just convenience food, which means when you have no time, you're going to use it. But how it happened these days is like we never have time any single day. So we started using constantly every single day. So convenience food is just for convenience, no?
Wow.
Every day.
Wow.
If it's even called food.
Yeah.
Our,
So
yeah, our little one is. Oh,
have you guys ever watched the movie Captain Fantastic?
That sounds very familiar.
Any of you who's listening to this podcast have not watched this movie, go watch it. You will know you will know what exactly going in America. This is regarding a father who's like has 6 kids, taking his kids to grow up them in the forest. Okay, giving them natural food and to survival mode up there in the woods. So he bring them back to the city, and things change from there. Like, so you need to watch that movie.
Oh wow, we'll do Bhuvana. Yes.
Then we will understand what the real food is doing in our life.
It's amazing you should say that, because I know when I made a change in my food and I started eliminating certain things, like less sugars, not eating sugared processed, eating more healthy and all that. And I remember when I stopped eating fast food, and when I went to eat fast food for the first time in, I would say maybe 3 years past, like 3 years. And I tasted it. It was so salty. I felt it was, and I literally got sick. My body, like I was sick, rejecting it. So when you're talking about how the body knows, once it's amazing, because it's true. It begins to tell you, this isn't good. But once you start eating it all the time, it kind of, I guess, gets used to it. It adapts. It does what it's supposed to do. It adapts it. But when you start eating healthy, and then you use that all the alternative, oh my gosh,
it communicates for sure, telling you, hey, stop it. Like it gives the signal that when you feel full by eating half of a sandwich, you feel the fullness. Okay, this is it. When it comes to weight loss, many think like the high calorie, this, that, and everything play a role, but salt play a major role in weight loss. That's the main.
Talk more about that part. Yeah. How like, is it just water retention or?
Yeah, sodium, like the salt food attracts water all the time, so that's how it works. So it starts holding up a lot of water content in your body. So when you eliminate or lower your salt content, you start losing weight faster.
And that's the crazy thing with our American food, is because, as you said, your body gets full eating half of it, but then because they put all the extra chemicals in there to trigger your dopamine, you just keep going.
Yeah.
Is it the same, I guess, it's like in other countries, India, a lot of the Southeast Asian countries, where I don't even know the question. I mean, it's not profit over people. They just have food. They're not trying to make $1 billion quarter.
Yeah, due to westernization, like more of this convenience food up there coming up too. There's a lot of like diabetes and other stuff in this modern era. But again, your stress level play a major role in comes to food intake too. Okay. For example, stress play a major role in overall health and well-being. Okay. Because you are sad right now. Okay. I have 2 people. Jason, you are sad, and Patrick, you are very happy. Okay.
Sorry, Bhuvana. I'm an animator. The audience didn't see that. I've got all sad and everything.
It's sad.
Okay, you are in a stressed mode, like you are sad, such like a bad day for you today. But instead, Patrick, you are like a really like a good day for you today. Okay, I give a banana to both of you, like one single banana, or an egg, like 1 egg, 70 calories. 5 to 6 grams of protein. It's the same egg, okay? I give 1 to Jason, 1 to Patrick. Patrick is sad and like stressed out, and Jason is very happy. Who do you think will process that egg better?
Really?
What?
It comes down to that? So all this stress that I have over the appraisal district, the fight that I'm in with those people, all the DEI stuff getting cut, my clients getting laid off, all that stress. So I'm going to process food differently, even though it's the same exact thing.
It's Patrick who's going to process that egg better, but Jason will not process that egg better. It's applied, like your stress level, your mindset, everything matters when you eat food, you know. For example, a whole family sit and eat a dinner, okay? It's the same food, everyone eat. But mom processed that food in a different way. Dad processed that food in a different way. Kids process that food in a different way, but it's the same food. Mom may gain some weight, dad may build some muscle, kids may grow up with the food. So there's no mistake with the food at all.
Oh my God. Okay, I got to throw this out there because we live in a new neighborhood with like all these new parents and like they're all in it together. So the stress of raising a toddler, a 2-3-year-old who doesn't sleep or they're outside screaming their heads off with all their friends, that stress does something to the body. So even though we eat healthy, we may not process it right. We may not metabolize it. That sucks.
Yeah.
So what do we do?
Slows down. See, metabolism slows down when you're stressed out or you feel sad or you start the day very bad or something. Even if you want to, even if ice cream may be like a best food you like or like the best dessert you like, but when you're sad, you cannot even eat and process that ice cream better. So it just depends on your mood or your stress level, what you think that day. That matters a lot. So when it comes to weight loss or any kind of health overall, right? Affirmation, staying positive, or those things works much better. So along with the food, that's what you have to practice.
So
my wife is going to love all this too. She's into the affirmations, and I hate you, Deanna, for bringing her on today because this is so it's a mirror. It's a mirror.
Bhuvana, so wait a minute. So I mean, we have okay, straight up. I mean, like, okay, nutritionist, can't wait. I'm even telling my wife, hey, I'm learning so much, and then wait a minute, mental health.
True. See, our ancestors, like, or the 3-4 decades back, like, you know, they didn't have like too much stress going on, or they just earned something, spent something, or living a quite good life, you know.
Farming.
These days is too much on the plate, and you know, a lot of thinking. Always subconsciously, we are thinking about the future or something going on back of your mind every single time. What's next? Overthinking all the time. So these things will affect your metabolism for sure.
Wow.
So can I ask you, are there any foods or any herbs that are calming and soothing that can bring us down that you would recommend? Like, for example, I'm feeling very stressed out and I need something to kind of calm me down. Would you recommend anything for someone to kind of like bring their anxiety level down slightly, something naturally based? Or
see, like,
aside from meditation and all those things, you know, affirmation, which you mentioned.
See, the food, right? When you constantly eat the fruits, okay, fruits play a major role when it comes to overall well-being, okay? When it comes to health, like, or any kind of like diet or nutrition, we always talk about the fat, carbs, and protein, okay? The most of the thing we talk about, but trace elements play a major role in the overall well-being, like vitamins and minerals, okay? So which is readily given by the fruits to the body, okay? What I see over here is like people miss taking fruits every single day, okay? When you constantly eat at least like 2 to 3 servings of fruits every day, that kind of trace elements will be given to the brain to work on, okay? Like that calms your brain in a overall period. Okay. You start eating fruits for 1 week or 2 weeks and see how you feel. You feel different. You'll see it.
But that goes so against all the carnivore diet, we got a bunch of health guru friends in Austin and they're like, nope, just eat this part of the cow for a month. Cut everything else out.
They are like good diets. See, carnivore, that's what the human practice like ages, you know, like Stone other stuff, they all are good. No diet is bad. See, every day we have like plenty of different new diet. Whenever you do such kind of diet, anything, like what you have to think is whether we can do this diet for rest of your life. If not, not going to work. You gain back when you stop doing it.
Yes.
So
So
it's always advisable to go
Makes
for
sense.
a balance, with a,
it's almost like medicine. Like, you know how some people like regarding allergy medicine, there's Zyrtec, there's Allegra, I think there's a few more. And, you say, everyone's going through, like, especially when the rain happens and the seasons change, and, normal conversations, it's like, oh, allergy issues. And then they take Allegra, and someone's like, hey, what do you take? I'll say, I'll take Zyrtec because Allegra don't work for me. Well, because the body, either, everyone's different. Everybody's written differently. So it may not work for you this year, but it could work for you 5 years from now. That's the thing that people don't understand.
Exactly what you said, Jason. I moved from LA to Dallas in 2017. Okay. In the month of July, that's the summer. Okay. The next year, following year, 2018 March, the first spring, my eyes were red. I stopped sneezing, which I never experienced this kind of allergic reaction, never. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I thought like, okay, immune system is down. Like we need to improve it. Like again, each person is different. What
Right.
worked for me, I started working on like lots and lots of fruits that year. 19, 20, it got better. So I started improving my immune system. So it's, by eating a lot of fruits, more seasonal fruits, more high quality nutrition, you'll get it. Okay. So I started eating more of those. So over the years, it started improving in me.
Ron, are you telling me you didn't take any medicine, like no allergy med?
I did take Zyrtec or something for
Yeah,
time being 18 and 19, but right now I'm not taking like any of those, so.
Very
It
interesting.
gets worse in Austin. I think Austin, San Antonio are like the 2-3 worst spots in the country. So y'all get all the remnants in Dallas, but here,
The cedar is like very heavy here, right? So again, it works depending on your stress level. Okay. If you think one question, is all the people getting allergy or just some people? Why not everybody then?
Oh.
So that would be a stress thing?
Yeah.
Am I stressed? I'm stressed.
Yeah, they undergo different kind of mental thing inside. They develop this kind of allergic reaction. If they have the other stuff, they develop this kind of reaction. Any kind of disease or any kind of like chronic conditions and everything, right? There is always a reason behind it. Okay. Not everyone get diabetes. Not everyone get hypercholesterol. It's just why that person. You need to understand the root cause, what the reason behind it. We need to fix the root cause. Then that's what any chronic condition is always reversible, provided they work on the root.
But that could be genetic too, no? Like
Humans can change even the genetic stuff too. For example, a person says I'm diabetic. My father is a diabetic. My grandparents are diabetic. Something like that. Is the older ones? Is Adam and Eve has diabetic? No, right? Like the great grandfather is diabetic. We never know, right? Like they might all of them formed in between, like in the middle, from due to stress or something happened. So they all came in the middle. It's our positive thoughts or our what do you say? Like our thoughts will even manipulate the gene structure.
You manifested your mind. So your mind is manifesting.
Yeah.
Illness. So
okay.
Even if it's genetic, you can always reverse it back for sure. Like
That's why affirmation.
With healthy eating, with positive thinking, kind of watching. And so you can actually reverse it instead of being on medications. That's why you hear some people, they don't have to be on medication and with the altering of their eating and relieving that stress, thinking positive, that
Changes.
before you know it, they have no diabetes. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm cured. It's gone.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. These any kind of this chronic illness or any kind of this situation came in the middle, they can go in the middle. That's it.
But I gotta dig into this because my wife is all about the manifestation, and I'm on board with positive mindset. As you think, so you become. But if I'm thinking positive affirmations and I'm just going to eat Philly cheesesteaks and delicious birria tacos,
your body can process that. Your body can process that. See, I see these construction workers here in my community. They're eating double whopper with cheese every day. They can process that better. If we eat it, we cannot do it because it's their work, their mental. They need it. It's overall well-being, Patrick. You can eat heavy food like donuts, this and that. So the income should be equal to the expenditure too. Then there is
have different construction workers because ours don't look healthy here.
And there is no savings. Okay. See, you get something, you spend everything, then there won't be any savings. For example, a person is taking a 1800 calorie diet. Okay. But he's spending just 1600 calorie worth of thing in his movement or his BMR or something. Okay. 200 calories he's saving. Any extra calories saved in the body is always converted into fat. 9 calories is 1 gram fat.
Oh, say that 9 calories is equal to 1 gram of fat?
Yeah, 1 gram fat is equal to 9 calories. So any extra calories he save every day will be converted into fat and get stored.
How many grams of fat in a pound?
Huh?
How many grams of fat are in 1 pound? Or how many grams are in a pound?
Like how many grams in 1 pound?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 424 is 424 gram in 1 pound, I think.
424 grams. Okay. For all the math nerds out there.
That's why they say it's so important to also work out. I mean, workout is part of it. It's part of the, so if you're not going to work out and
spend it. That's it.
Right.
You will not gain any weight. Okay. It's over the years, we have not spent what you ate. So it's kept adding in your system. Mm-hmm. When your expenditure is more than your income now, then you're going to burn the extra fat stored in your system. That's what we're going to do.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Patrick. Go ahead.
So all of these concepts, is that affected by age as we get older? Things slow down, we change.
You know what? Human body has no wear and tear policy. Okay? The more you use, the better it's going to work.
So the human body has no wear and tear. What was it again?
Yeah, human body has no wear and tear policy. The more you use, the more better it's going to work, including your brain.
I am just blown away. What?
But there is an aging process that's completely different. But know, the more people who are really like from the childhood, they do a lot of workout, right? Like the laborers or whatever you see, they have a stronger body, they have a strong inbuilt. They can. So the more you work, heart is continuously pumping, like, every single second, the kidney is working every single second. They're not getting,
That would explain, like, for example, like I go on like social media and I see, like, for example, this 70-year-old woman dancing, 75-year-old. And she's doing things that I can't do at my age. It's because she was always a professional dancer and kept up with the dancing routine. And so you constantly see that some people are defying, like, you're like, oh, I wonder how, especially when they do the martial arts or when they do like, I would say those martial artists, like, you look at their bodies and they're able to still do these movements that you're like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. So that kind of ties into
practicing from the beginning. So even now it's not late, Patrick. You can start.
Yes. No, because I'm trying to compete next week. I'm like, what can I do now to get back in competition mode? So,
Use all your parts of your body. Right? Start right now, okay? It gets better. See, we have just reached half of the river. We still have long way to go. The more you start doing right now, that's what's going to take you for rest of your life, okay? Start using more of your body.
I can't do anymore. I mean, I break dance. I b-boy. I'm like on my
Yeah, he's
head,
the
on my back.
dancer. He dances. I mean, he does. Yeah.
But still, the stress or the something, because most of the time I go to the gym just to dance because I'm so stressed, whether it's real estate's imploding in Austin or, all this stuff. And I'm like, why am I still staying at the same weight, even though I'm eating chicken? Lots of chicken.
But Bhuvana, regarding health, mental health, and not using your body, like there was a time, and I feel like I expressed this in one of our podcasts where here comes COVID, right, 2020, and I just got a new job at the time as a trainer in design, basically creating training modules and it was hard. I had like 8 projects and meetings, and I felt like the only time I got a chance to actually do my job was after 5 p.m. It's crazy. So then here comes COVID, and then on you see family, friends, close friends leaving, the transitioning, passing, dying, and then I lose my brother right on June 26th, and so around that time my body was shutting down mentally. I just couldn't take it. And I wanted to stop. I wanted to stop everything. And my job was feeling this. And to fast forward, not to make this all sad and everything, but I know that my body, I mean, my wife even took pictures of me and everything, just like, hey, snap out of it and you can be all right. And I was gaining more weight and everything. I went up to 225 and right now, I'm at 190. And, but at the time I was at like 190 at that time, but I stopped working out, I stopped exercising, and I just kept eating a whole lot more. And to your point, mental health is everything. And you're right. I was eating and nothing was tasting the same. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And so here I go, 225. And it used to be all muscle, but I guess it wasn't. But that's to my mind. But all of a sudden, I know for a fact I didn't work out since 2019 to like 2022, 23. And it reflected everything. So I know that I told myself, I said, man, I see my dad. He's 78, 79 years old. He's exercising. He's focusing on his food. He did the carnivore diet and everything. Next thing you know, he's like dropping weight, almost too much weight. And then he's now focusing on eating the right foods, but still exercising. And he's out there on the yard doing stuff 24/7. For me, I started exercising in the past about 3-4 weeks, and now they're asking me, do I want to join the boxing Masters League? Because I'm just nonstop training. I'm doing I'm just in it, like just trying to focus on my body. I was focusing on CrossFit and HIIT, high intensity, and just learning how to shock the body. So it doesn't, basically we get bored exercising. So what are the different things that we can change up? But because of you, and I think Diane for bringing you on, it's like I'm learning so much where it's focusing back to the mindset and the health and blending these things together.
You can always go back and see how it's the same food you have been eating, Jason, but you gained almost so much weight in that particular because of the stress or grief or like that mental play a major role in processing the food. It's always, there is a saying, a person is known by what you eat. That's a saying, okay? But it's not true. The person is known by what is digesting.
How tall are you, Jason?
You should be in a position to digest
5'7.5"
without stress level. Without stress, you need to digest that food.
Yeah, because it's not just what you eat; it's what you process. Which I just started learning about all this, and my wife and my friends in Austin too, like that gut health. All the little billions of bacteria play a huge vital role.
Yeah. Gut brain axis is like that's the main thing which plays a role in a human being, like a well-being.
Mm-hmm.
So gut and brain, they are like go hand in hand.
Can you touch on that for a person that doesn't know about the gut and brain, please?
For example, when you're stressed out, there is a lot of cortisol in your system. See, this stress hormones is always secreted in the stomach or intestine in that particular area. So when you're more stressed out, more stress hormones are released in your gut, and the cells or the stuff surrounding the stress hormones, right, will make the metabolism slow down. Okay, whatever you put in, they don't act. I'm not touching you. You just go. When it's not being touched in a proper way, they convert into fat. They all get stored. See, fat is fear. See, for example, during COVID, what we all did, like the panic shopping we did, right? During COVID, we all did the panic shopping because the mind is like, okay, why did we do the panic shopping? Because we thought like, okay, if you don't have anything in the future, we need to save it and keep it. Okay. Fear, it's always meant for saving. Okay. When you fear, you start saving.
Okay.
Anything for that matter, regarding your future, regarding anything for that matter, regarding your kids or anything. When you fear, you always constantly, like automatically your brain starts saving. The same thing, when you are under any kind of fear mentally, the body start accumulating fat in your system.
Wow. And and you said cortisol is formed in the belly, in the gut.
It's secreted in a different places, but when you stress out, it's more on the digestive region. So, the gut.
That is crazy. Okay.
Isn't that crazy how on the outside, mentally, we do things, but the body's also doing it too. Like if it knows what we're supposed to do, because the body and the mind had been talking to each other, and so we're also trying to survive outside to protect the body from the.
Yeah, when you see this overweight and obese and all those things, right? Women are on the upper side than the men all the time because women, right? They might have undergone a lot of trauma or like abuses or anything for that matter from the childhood. This obesity or overweight doesn't happen overnight. Okay. The body start accumulating this fat from the beginning of their life, like maybe like 5-year-old, 6-year-old, any kind of stuff they undergone. Right? It's not consciously, subconsciously the mind, oh, my master is in trouble. I'm going to save some fat for her. It goes that way. It keeps on accumulating the fat in your system just to protect her. Because role of fat is to protect. Fat is the good one. It's always the role is to protect you. That's why all the organs, if you see, it's always covered by the fat to act like a cushion, to protect you. So you fear or you think too much or you stress out too much, the fat start accumulating more to protect you. That is a good one.
That is deep. A good one. That is deep.
So somebody who had trauma like early on, subconsciously, their body is protection.
That's it. So fat is always good for you. Like it's always trying to help you. So what you're going to do when you are overweight and feel like, okay, I'm too much, so I have to start losing weight. You have to tell your body that, okay, you're no longer needed by just start coming out. You need to process in that way. But fat is there just to protect you. That's it.
Wow, Bhuvana. Wow.
I know. So instead of like cutting carbs, I should be going to like sound baths and yoga.
See, again, fat will not come out even if you starve, like you don't eat food for 2-3 days, thinking that will make you lose your weight. The body goes into starvation mode. Still, the fat is like, no, my master, I'm not coming out. Something like that. Protein is the key to bring this fat out.
So, is this true? Is chicken and fish the purest protein, not beef,
Yeah.
steaks?
See, again, protein is in different form.
Yes.
The white meat with the low fat, anything with the low fat content is good for weight loss, like white meat, white fish. They have like a low fat content. So they are really good for weight loss. Like chicken breast, turkey breast, the seafood like sea bass, cod, any white fish for that matter, like any low fat fish. They are like good for weight loss.
So that actually leads to a question. Sorry, I'm kind of like commandeering this whole thing. So a question that actually came in. So for the person who can't eat perfectly clean food because life is too hectic, what is a simple non-negotiable?
Low sodium options. Anything
Low sodium.
for low sodium, low fat option. Low sodium, high priority.
Wow. I would have just said protein with lots of salt.
Then they wouldn't gain any weight. like they start losing. Sodium play a role when it comes to convenience food.
Wow. I'm messaging people on this. My brain has exploded. Brain matter all over the microphone. Okay. Carry on, Diana. Jason, bye.
So with that explain, because I know we're talking about the sodium. Like, for example, if you are dehydrated, that's why you crave more sodium. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That explains it.
Dehydrated, you feel the thirst, you feel like something salty, you needed it. It's a body. Body knows everything, Diana. Like it knows every single stuff. It know how to repair itself. It know how to treat itself. But we need to give enough raw materials to the body to do the job. For example, if you go eat in a restaurant, okay, you gain some weight because of the salt content or fat content or high calorie content in it. So what we're going to do next day, we're going to drink like more water to flush the salt out. If you give enough raw material, it can flush it. Imagine you're not drinking enough water the next day, the rings get tighter. So you hold that salt in you for longer days, you know?
Yeah. I love that. Use that as your measurement.
The ring is your what do you say, like the key. It tells you where you are.
That is crazy.
That's why I got the stretchy latex one.
What?
It grows with me. that way.
Yeah, you are brainy, Patrick, so your brain will help you.
Yes, I just, and so this is so during the peak of my career when I was traveling, every other week for my work. And I was like, well, I'm dancing at all these shows. I'm performing. I'm active. But I'm 5'9", but I was up to 205. And I knew that was a muscle, but it was all the airport food with the sodium and all the delicious Panda Express. Oh, and their delicious honey glazed chicken. So I think that's what it was, because I was like, I'm in shape. I was going to Camp Gladiator for three days a week when I was home. And then I would travel, but I was still just kind of like, ay, híjole, soy gordo. And it was just the sodium and stuff, which, okay, drink more water, which that used to be my slogan too. Dang it, I need to get back. Drink water, look hotter. So it's backed by science now. It's backed by science. You drink water, it's going to flush all this out.
Yeah.
Eat your 2 to 3 fruits a day for the trace elements.
Yeah. Yeah, get back the fruits. See, even what I see here is like a lot of salads involved than the fruits involved. Okay, vegetables is also good, but they always comes with some, like, what do you say? The quality of the nutrient is readily available in fruits than the veggies, like in some veggies.
And so when you say veggies, are we also including like tomatoes, zucchini, and all that because there are seeds in?
Yeah, anything.
This is my.
So you need more. See, again, because like I see another thing is like more repetitive vegetables and fruits intake. You should not do that. Like you need always varieties, because zinc will be high in this fruit, copper will be high in that fruit. Like magnesium will be here, manganese will be here. You need variety, you need variation to get everything out of everything.
So what you're saying is diversity is a very good thing. Boom. Put that on your ballot.
You needed that.
Wow. So I mean, wow. So vitamins versus fruits. I mean, everybody's different. Everybody's background is different. Everybody's workload is different. What would you recommend for everyone to get started with if today's the day? It's like, you know what? I need to change. Does it start with mental health first? And
See, start always with the balanced meal first. Okay, you need vegetables, you need fruits, you need protein, you need starch, you need everything. Okay,
even starches. Wow.
yeah, starch play a major role in the gut health. Okay, people who miss starch they end up constipated.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So starch is the bulk. Starch is the major stuff for your gut health too. You should never miss starch either. Like, you know.
But are we talking like regular white bread or sourdough is kind of our
corn
default?
to carrot.
No, see, white again is a process. You know, they take away everything out of it, so it's always good for, like the whole grain or something based.
Wait, is sourdough processed?
Sourdough is okay. It's kind of like fermented and all this. That's fine too. Again, white bread is not the bad stuff either. When you eat in like the minimal quantity here and there once in a while, it's fine. You know, so.
And of course,
Moderation. Moderation is
Moderation.
important. That's the key. Yeah.
But early, what I've learned about it is basically eat it with a smile.
Yeah, that's it. Even the white bread get processed very well in your tummy when you eat with a positive or smile. You know.
So what about like margaritas and stuff? I mean, no, it's all sugar water, but moderation or
Again, in moderation is fine too. That's okay. That's okay. If you think that this thing is not going to cause anything in you, it will not cause anything in you.
Did you hear that? That mindset.
that messes with me because I'm like so logical. You put ice in your hand, it's gonna be cold. But if you think positive, it's gonna be warm. I'm like, wait a minute. like, this is why like my wife and my friends is like I'm like no, just calorie deficit, eat chicken. But the sodium, I get the sodium. But it's such a cognitive dissonance that our thoughts and affirmations can impact the gut. But I guess so. I mean,
You're talking about this ice, right? Like this ice is making you cold. If you see, you know, Mount Everest, like this Himalayas and other stuff, right? People, they concentrate so much mindful. They even sit with no shirt up there in the Mount Everest and be meditating for 10, like it happens. Even now, you see some people sitting up there doing that. When you focus more consciously, you don't feel anything around you. It's true.
I don't want to change my thought life again. Just let me wallow. It's because right now I'm in this like huge battle with our appraisal district, and I've got like $20,000 in debt now over all of this because of them. So I'm just like,
Hey, ask for it,
being
Patrick.
happy.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
I'm gonna get it. Yes.
You ask for it, you will get it. But the thing you got to ask for it. That's it. You need
I'm
to.
acknowledging. I'm giving my wife some kudos because she's always like, we got to change our thoughts and we got to be positive. And I'm just like,
Wanted to let you know about the fruits as well. Coming to fruits, right? Apart from these trace elements, they have enzymes and coenzymes, which is not there in any food. For example, apple has pectin, pineapple has bromelain. Like there are like various enzymes and coenzymes, which is necessary for various cycle in the body. Okay, so when you eat fruits, you get those enzymes and coenzymes too, which play a major role in your body. That's what makes you like do good. You'll see the difference. Okay.
I wish there was. I mean, I shouldn't wish on something I know that is true, but isn't there a device that you can just like? I know it's for diabetic folks, but
PGM, yeah, the continuous glucose monitoring kind of stuff, right?
and measure what are you lacking, and so you can go out there and go get an apple, you can go get strawberries, you can get berries. Like if there's something that you could take, because how else do you know other than what the body is saying? Hey, I need this, right? I guess you just have to know what your body wants.
See, your body, Jason, you are the master of your organs, okay? So what, instead of wait for the body to ask you something, start depositing from now. So the body is not in a mode to ask you anything at all. Okay.
There it is, like a car.
Yeah.
Usually
Start,
when
yeah.
the sign is out, it's too late. Your brakes, if they're squeaking, it's a little too late.
Yeah. So start depositing. Yeah. So that's, see, after COVID, our mental or this thing has changed more. Like, we started like more on the depression side or stress side and other stuff. Just start the day with a positive note. Start writing it down. Writing is so powerful. Okay. Start the day with a smile. For example, when you're brushing your teeth, how many of us would smile or do a started of Jason, you're so beautiful, like you're so smart.
Oh,
Go.
stop. Yeah.
Go.
Qué guapo, mijo.
Start the day with that. Your body will be like, what happened to my master today?
Oh, okay.
It
Love
will
that.
feel you, Jason. It will feel you. It will take you where you want it to go. Okay.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
For example, see, you are like working in a company, like your CEO comes and says, "Hey, Jason, you are like the best employer here. I have seen no other employer like you in this whole company."
What else
Like,
do you want? Yeah. What do you need?
you feel like working more or not, right?
I feel like working more.
So the same way our body has like trillions and trillions of cells in us, like it's been constantly working for us every single second, microseconds, and there are like organs inside. We never pay a minute to acknowledge them for what they're doing. Once you start telling your body, hey, my heart is really good, my kidneys doing his best, my legs are doing the best, my body's amazing, they feel like working for you more or not.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now I gotta like give in and give back to the wife because she's like tapping is the self affirmations. I
So
am. I
that's what
am.
we're going to practice. No food is bad. Nothing is wrong. It's just the way we take it. It's just we give the body that processing stuff, environment for it. That's all matters a lot when it comes to
I
overall.
want to do research on this. I want all of you listeners at home. So one thing that I saw when I went to Germany, which was fun, but now I'm thinking maybe this helps the health. So we would go eat dinner with our host family. Instead of praying over the food, they would sing a song. I want to thank you very much for this good, good food. I want to thank you very much for this good, good food. And they would just sing over it and then they would eat. And everybody's smiling, happy, clappy.
Whenever we eat food, we never even think about how that food came into a plate. You need to start thinking. It undergone a lot of process or procedures or too much to get into your food. For example, the seed has to be sown, it has to be grown, it takes 3 months of sunlight, water, soil, then process, then produce, then come to the IO in this grocery store, then people involved in arranging those food. Lots of energy transfer happen before even it reaches you.
All of
That
our
is
food
so
is made
true.
in China.
So powerful. Each and every food is so powerful. So just get that thank you note for it and get the thank you note for your body organs. Like get that, keep going. You will see an amazing result in your health.
No, because this is like all this stuff that I'm always just like, all these weird yoga people. Let's give thanks to our body for the intentions that we're setting today. And it drives me nuts. And I'm like, no, we're gonna go like slam some kettlebells and go run and wrestle a bear and eat it. I mean,
There's a reason for all that, and I'm just now learning about this, Yeah. I know. But we gotta have a part 2. Diana, I'm so sorry. I know I took up a lot.
Yeah, we took over, Diana. Sorry.
No, you guys
Sorry,
are
not
no,
sorry.
This is what it's all about. I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, I know our listeners are going to love this because I know I learned a lot. I learned so much on this. And so if you would love to, I mean, we definitely would love to have a part 2 if you're open to that.
We can do series 2. It's too much. See, always there is a saying, what we learn is just a handful. What we don't know is the whole world.
That is so true.
Hold that fist up there. Hold
Anything
it up
for
there.
that matter. Just a fist. That's all we know so far. Even though we are like 60 years old, 7 years, 8 years, just a fist. What we don't know is the whole world to learn. So it's not much to be learned still.
Aliens are real. They planted us. See you next time. Okay, Donna, take over. Bye.
Yeah. With more questions, you might have some more questions when you go, so we'll be happy.
Well, and that's a good thing, is that more questions lead to more understanding, and more understanding leads to more empathy, growth.
Mm-hmm.
But so many people don't question. They just go along. Oh, okay, Taco Bell. Okay, vote for this person. Okay, get this. Don't get me started.
One simple thing, just be mindful what you do when you eat it. Be mindful what's there in your plate when you like whatever you do, just be mindful. That's it.
But that's what the yoga people say. Be mindful. It's,
But you know what? At the same time, if the audience knew what Patrick was doing, at the same time, what you eat will allow you to think clearly, allow you to ask questions, allow you to understand. So it goes back to eating right.
Yeah, eat right. That's it.
But in America, it's eat what's profitable, the profit margins. You're not a person. You're just a byproduct to that fourth quarter bonus.
You gotta come back and help Patrick, Bhuvana.
Yes. You got to come back. It's been such a great honor. We love that you were on here. So what we're going to do is we will schedule another one, part 2, or even a series. I mean, like, one last final thing before we say goodbye. Is there, for example, if our listeners want to contact you, is there a way? Is there something, a way that they can contact you? Or
I think the email ID, like they can ping me or email me, or that would be awesome. That's the best way.
Okay.
So.
Awesome.
Absolutely, yeah. Because I'm sure there are going to be many people that are going to want to go to a nutritionist and get advice. And, what better person than you, All right. Well, with that, I just want to say thank you for joining us. It's been such a great pleasure. And if you have not subscribed yet for Life in Between, please subscribe. You currently can find us on Jason or Patrick. Take the lead. Where can they find us?
YouTube, Spotify.
Your podcast name says Life and In Between. What's the in between? Is like a question.
You're going in between from delicious hamburgers to healthy food and fruit.
Hey, there's no issue with the hamburger at all. It's with the person who's digesting it.
Okay.
With a smile. Eat it with a smile, at least.
Yeah, spend it out. Eat the hamburger. Do like work. Spend it out. That's it. Nothing's going to stay in your system. That's it.
And then go walk.
Yeah, go for a walk.
Except for those forever plastics. We didn't talk about forever plastics.
Leave Patrick.
I know. I'm bitter today. I'm just taking all of my angst out on y'all.
No, you're real today, Patrick.
Oh, yeah. I'm being real. I think because I stayed up till, 2? And I got another meeting after this, too. So, yes. Remember, for those listening, be mindful. Set your intention. Give thanks to your body and to your food.
Yes.
Hug an orange. Talk to a carrot.
That's too much, Patrick.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. You're awesome.
Love you, Diana. Bhuvana, you best friend. Love you. Oh, that was amazing.
Diana, opportunity. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We'll meet again. Okay.
Yes.
We're going to get Bhuvana t-shirts.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
Ciao. Bye.